For countless years, humans have been fascinated by the legend of Atlantis. The concept of an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago and got wiped out by some catastrophic event is an intriguing one that has piqued many people's interest. The legend of Atlantis has been handed down the generations, and it has become a popular topic for movies, literature, and other works of art. Despite the fascination with this mythological city, there is no proof that Atlantis existed. Some individuals believe that the narrative of Atlantis is a fable, while others believe it contains some truth. In this video, we'll explore the mystery surrounding Atlantis and try to separate fact from fiction. The first recorded narrative of the Atlantis myth is found in the works of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Plato depicts an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years before his time in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. Plato described Atlantis as being located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which are believed to represent the modern-day Strait of Gibraltar. The people of Atlantis were said to be highly evolved, with a complex civilization, sophisticated government, and a strong military. Plato goes on to describe how the people of Atlantis became corrupt and how their destruction was brought about by a catastrophic event. He describes how the city of Atlantis was swallowed up by the sea and how the entire civilization was lost forever. Plato's account of Atlantis has sparked much speculation and controversy. Some people believe that Plato's story is based on a real place and that he may have been recounting a historical event. Others believe that Plato used the narrative of Atlantis as a metaphor to make a philosophical argument. For generations, people have been fascinated by the mystery of Atlantis, and many have attempted to unearth proof of its existence. There have been countless reported sightings of the lost city over the years, and numerous expeditions have been launched to discover it. Heinrich Schliemann, who was also responsible for the discovery of the ancient city of Troy, led one of the most famous expeditions. Schliemann believed Atlantis was in the Mediterranean and spent years looking for it. He was, however, unable to locate any evidence to support his theory. Many others have sought to uncover Atlantis in the years since Schliemann's voyage, but all have come back empty-handed. Despite the lack of evidence, the quest for Atlantis continues to this day, and many people are convinced that it existed at some point in the distant past. There have been countless theories over the years about the true nature of Atlantis. Some believe that the city of Atlantis was an advanced civilization that got destroyed by a natural disaster, such as a volcanic eruption or tsunami. Others believe that the city of Atlantis got annihilated by an alien invasion or another supernatural force. The most straightforward theory about Atlantis is that it was an actual city that existed in the ancient past. Plato's version of Atlantis describes it as a vast island beyond the Pillars of Hercules, today known as the Strait of Gibraltar, that was the home of a massive and advanced civilization. The people of Atlantis were believed to have groundbreaking technology and wisdom, including flying machines and weapons of war. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, many people believe that Atlantis existed in the ancient past. Some claim the city was destroyed by a natural disaster, such as a volcanic eruption or earthquake. Others believe that the city of Atlantis was annihilated by something more nefarious, such as an alien invasion or nuclear war. Another theory about Atlantis is that it was a legendary place that never existed in reality. This theory holds that Plato wrote the myth of Atlantis as a philosophical allegory or cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris and the consequences of human ambition. This theory is supported by the fact that, despite countless attempts to find the city, no physical evidence of Atlantis has ever been found. Furthermore, some historians have suggested that Plato's depiction of Atlantis has elements that are symbolic or metaphorical, such as the city's advanced technology and its destruction due to moral corruption. A third theory about Atlantis is that it was a misconception of an actual historical event or location. According to this theory, the story of Atlantis was inspired by a real place or event, but the specifics were distorted and embellished over time. For example, Some researchers believe that Atlantis was inspired by the Minoan civilization, which lived on the Greek island of Crete from roughly 2700 BCE to 1450 BCE. The Minoans were known for their technological superiority, including indoor plumbing, building, and their mighty navy. The Minoan culture may have inspired the narrative of Atlantis, but the details were exaggerated and developed over time until it became a mythical place. Another popular theory claims that Atlantis was located on the island of Santorini, which was destroyed in the 2nd millennium BC by a catastrophic volcanic eruption. Some believe that Plato's story of Atlantis was inspired by the destruction of Santorini. This theory claims that the city was destroyed in a catastrophic disaster and sank beneath the waves. Despite several attempts to locate it, the city of Atlantis remains submerged. This theory is backed by the discovery of several submerged structures and features in various places in the world that could be interpreted as evidence of Atlantis. For example, some researchers believe that a collection of underwater stone structures near the Bahamas island of Bimini could be the remains of Atlantis. Also, there are underwater ruins on the Greek island of Santorini that some believe is the remains of the city. Another theory holds that Atlantis existed in the Azores, a series of islands in the Atlantic Ocean. Some think the Azores were previously part of a larger-sized landmass that was destroyed by a natural disaster and that this mainland was Atlantis. Regardless of the numerous theories about Atlantis, no actual evidence exists to support any of them. The true nature of Atlantis will remain unknown until tangible evidence is discovered. Although the mystery of Atlantis may never be solved, its story has left an enduring legacy that has enthralled people for generations. From philosophy to popular culture, Atlantis has come to represent the human quest for knowledge and the longing to discover the secrets of the past. Beginning with the philosophical legacy of Atlantis, Plato's story of Atlantis is more than just a tale of a lost city. It is a philosophical story about the human quest for knowledge and the pitfalls of arrogance. Plato's account of Atlantis can be seen as a wake-up call about the risks of excessive pride and ambition, as well as the consequences that might result when humans overstep their bounds. Plato's dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, describe a sophisticated society that deteriorated into corruption and was destroyed by a natural disaster. The people of Atlantis were thought to have become overly ambitious and powerful, and as a result were punished by the gods. Plato saw Atlantis' story as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of human ambition and the importance of humility and respect for the natural order of things. Moving on to the Atlantis scientific legacy, the search for Atlantis has inspired several scientific expeditions and inquiries over the years. While no concrete evidence supporting the existence of Atlantis has ever been discovered, the search for the lost city has resulted in significant scientific discoveries in different fields. The theory of plate tectonics is one of the most important scientific discoveries to emerge from the quest for Atlantis. Alfred Wegener, a German geophysicist, suggested in the early 20th century that the Earth's surface is made up of a series of interlocking plates that move and shift over time. Evidence from the study of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a massive underwater mountain ridge that runs down the center of the Atlantic Ocean, eventually backed the theory. Some believe the Mid-Atlantic Ridge is the ruins of the lost continent of Atlantis. Aside from the plate tectonics, the hunt for Atlantis has resulted in significant discoveries in oceanography, geology, and archaeological discoveries. While the search for Atlantis has not provided concrete evidence of the lost city, it has motivated scientists to pursue new avenues of investigation and has added to our understanding of the natural world. Lastly, in terms of Atlantis' cultural legacy, the story of Atlantis has had a considerable impact on popular culture over the years. Atlantis has been a popular subject for artists and writers trying to investigate the mysteries of the past, from literature to film and television. One of the most famous works of literature inspired by Atlantis is Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Verne's novel, released in 1870, relates the story of a group of adventurers who uncover an underwater city that is thought to be the remains of Atlantis. Verne's book popularized the concept of an undersea civilization and has impacted several works of science fiction and fantasy. Aside from literature, Atlantis has inspired various films and television series. From Disney's animated picture Atlantis, The Lost Empire, to the television series Stargate Atlantis, the tale of Atlantis has supplied filmmakers and television producers with a rich supply of inspiration. In the absence of tangible proof, some academics have claimed that Plato invented Atlantis as a philosophical allegory or cautionary tale about the risks of hubris and the repercussions of human ambition. Others have speculated that the story of Atlantis was inspired by a real place or event, but that the specifics were corrupted and inflated over time. Finally, the mystery of the lost city of Atlantis remains unsolved. While there are countless theories and speculations concerning the city's existence and demise, no concrete evidence to substantiate its existence has yet been discovered. The myth of Atlantis is still a mystery that captivates people's minds and inspires unending speculation and exploration. And that brings us to the end of this video. What do you think about these theories about the lost city of Atlantis? Let us know in the comment section. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. And as always, keep exploring!